Hi everybody, it's Bonnie Gean from BonnieGean.com. Welcome back to today's video. Today's day number 7 of our 90-day residual money product creation challenge. And I have a treat for you today. But before I get into that, I want to apologize again for the lighting, thanks to Mr. Sun, who doesn't know whether or not, he should be shining in my window or not. So every now and then you might see my face get lighter or darker. And for that, I apologize. I hope to have a remedy for this over the next week or so. I'm probably gonna have to go out and buy some lighting of my own so that we can have constant light instead of this blind thing going on and off. Anyway, what I have for you today is I want you to consider starting an ask campaign. Now, when I say ask, that's A-S-K, campaign, and what it is basically a squeeze page that has an AWeber contact form on it for the name, email address, and a custom text field. Now, several years ago, Alex Mandozian came out with a product called AskDatabase.com. And generally what this is, and I've never used it, I've seen it and I went over there and I looked at it, but I've never actually signed up because I'm too cheap. But he has this website where you can pay $29.95 a month, and then you provide surveys or questionnaires on a form that allows people to come in and answer whatever questions it is that you have on this page. And in turn, you get statistics about how many people got there, how many people signed up, how many people maybe stopped halfway through or whatever. I can't really give you the logistics of how it works because I haven't really been on the inside to see. However, you could do the same thing with your own website without using his product, or you can even use Google Docs, set up a survey. But I personally like the Ask campaign way better, and here's why. When you do a survey on Google, you don't get the person's name and email address. You just get their answer. And what I want you to do is I want you to build a mailing list made up of the people who have actually filled out your questionnaire form. And here's why. They're going to come to that page and you're going to say, hi, I'm writing a product about rheumatoid arthritis or whatever it is that you're writing about. And I would like to make sure that my product is well-rounded and answers your most pertinent questions. Could you please take a moment to fill out the form below and let me know what your most pressing question, concern, or fear is regarding rheumatoid arthritis. And in return for you doing this, I would like to send you a free copy of my product once it's complete and ready to release to the public. Now here's what's going to happen. You are going to have some people not even want to do that. They're not going to waste their time, right? Their time's limited, so they don't have time to do that. And they'll go on their merry old way, and that's fine. Other people will come to this page. They will read what you write. They will give you their most pressing question. And you also have to make sure that you tell them on this page that when they, do provide the information, they will be added to a mailing list so that you know how to contact them in the future to provide them with their free product. Now here's what happens. And I know some of you are probably sitting there going, yeah, but I could end up giving hundreds of copies of my product away. Yes, you could, but you get so much more in return. So let me explain. Let's say, for instance, the return of investment on a lot of these squeeze pages is 1 to 3%. Now, it's not high, okay, but it's not as high as Tiffany's might be, where she'd get 20%. But for the most part, it's general consensus they get 1 to 3% return of investment on a sales page or a squeeze page. Some people get as high as 15%, but not always. So if you send 100 people to the web page, that means at least 1, 2, or 3 people will at least fill out your form and provide you with a question. Now, you could end up with 50 people on that list. You could, end up with 100, 500, 1,000. Who knows? It all depends how much traffic you send back to that page and how convincing you are in asking people to share their thoughts in that little tiny box. But what happens if you walk away with 50 to 100 people that do put their questions in that box, do stay on your list to receive the product when it's free? You have to look at it from the aspect now that you have those people on a list that you are going to be contacting to give them their free copy of your product. They are now prospective customers in the sense of They could be your reviewers, they could be your JV partners, and they could be affiliates. So you could build a relationship with them over time, from the time that they give you your question till the time that you actually release your product. You could be contacting them on a periodic basis, letting them know just exactly where you are in the writing process, how far it will be, how far you got into creating your product, how long you think it'll be before it's released, so on and so forth. So you can build a rapport with them before your product's even completed. When the day comes that your product is done, you will obviously contact them and let them have a copy. And maybe 2 days after you mail them the copy, you will email them again and you will ask them if they consumed it and what they thought about it. And you'll point out different aspects of the rheumatoid arthritis. And if you were interested in to find out how you could release the pain in your knees at night, go to page so-and-so. But here's the thing, you have built a rapport with them, you've built this great relationship prior to your book being, or course, or video, audio, whatever, your product being released, and now you have the ability to let these people know that you wouldn't mind if they did a review, and if they wanted to include the review on their website, suggest to them that they become an affiliate or a JV partner or whatever, and they would be able to make money from doing this review. So yes, in the beginning you'd have to give them a free book, but you could end up walking away with so much more. You can end up walking away with affiliates, JV partners, free reviews for your book, and a whole lot of marketing that you didn't have to do yourself. So that's my rant for today. And I hope you'll consider doing an Ask campaign. If you need help to learn how to actually set one up, just let me know in the comments below and I will get right on it. So until then, you take care, be safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.